Hi guys, it's Al from Tone Deaf here, and we're here with Vincent from the Underground Lovers. How are you going, Vincent?
How are you? Good, thanks.
Good, thank you. So we're here discussing, obviously, your big return to the music scene with your new album, Weekend.
Yes.
How have you been with that? Because there's been a lot of praise, a lot of people putting it on their best of year lists, and
Yes.
we're here in July. How's that feeling for you?
That's really good. It's really good. We took a long break and then sort of came back and it just sort of fell into place. And it was really natural and easy, and we've loved it.
It's terrific.
Yeah.
And you've got your single launch coming up next.
Yes.
At the end of the month for Haunted.
Yeah. We're doing a single launch at the Northcote Social Club, and we've actually done a split 7-inch with Dear Eloise, who are this sort of weird power pop duo from Shanghai, China.
Right.
And we've done sort of handmade covers that just been printed off in Shanghai, and so it's really special. It's a really special thing to do with these guys, and their music's awesome. It's just a really nice sort of collaboration.
That's terrific. And that's getting released on limited edition vinyl, is that right?
Yeah. So they're releasing it in China, and we'll have some copies here, and then they send it out to other countries as well.
Yeah, of course. And obviously the shows now that you're getting back into, because it's been very selective when you kind of did the first reunion for Homebake back in 2009.
Yep.
Has there been a sort of a dogma to how do you approach what shows you want to do, what shows you don't, or has it just been what comes along?
We don't want to play too often because we're all quite busy.
Yep.
We love playing music, and we would play it a lot more often, but we've all got sort of obligations outside of music, and they're all music related anyway. Like Maury, our bass player, is an animator. He's just made an animated film. Emma, who plays second bass, is a sound designer for film. So she's just had 2 films at MIF, Galore and part of The Turning, and so she does a lot of sound stuff, and I'm in films as well, and so we're sort of busy doing other stuff. So it's sort of like the music stuff is kind of like the little holidays we get in between all the other shit.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And films had a big inspiration, obviously, on your writing and on the new album, which is inspired by a French film. Can you talk about that?
Jean-Luc Godard made a film called Weekend in 1967. It's a really cool film. You should check it out. It's about these sort of these young kind of hip bourgeois couple who kind of go on a killing spree. They get stuck in a traffic jam that goes for miles. It's very funny. And then they sort of start killing people for no reason, and then end up eating themselves. So it's just this sort of really wacky kind of out there film that's kind of like, you go, wow, it's so strange, and it looks really cool. Very 60s, very, very awesome film.
So it's a concept album about eating each other and going on killing sprees.
Yeah, well, it's a concept film about consumerism.
Right.
That we live in a consumerist society, and we consume. At the end of the day, what's there left to consume? And that's what Godard was trying to say about his characters. I sort of took elements of that for Weekend. It sort of deals with some of those ideas about, sort of going out there and just sort of always taking. Sort of tried to incorporate that in the lyrics.
Yeah, fantastic.
Probably didn't do that good a job of it, but it was an inspiration.
Well, it comes out as a great result anyway. And I think the great thing that a lot of people have enjoyed about Weekend is it's got a mix of a whole lot of your material from over the years.
Yeah.
'Cause it's your 7th album now.
Yeah. Well, it's just what we do natural. Like when we get in the studio, that's just kind of how we think about music. We think about it over, an album length, and we sort of write songs to sort of suit the progression of the album. So like the last song we wrote was In Silhouette, because we sort of knew that at that point in the album, sort of near the end, we needed sort of to drop back before we sort of picked it up again. So we structure the albums like that.
Yeah, great. Well, speaking of taking, we're going to play a little game with you.
Yeah.
This is our Tone Deaf game of taking sides. So we're just going to ask you about a number of topics, and if you could tell us why. So start with an easy one.
Yes.
Digital or analog?
Analog.
Easy.
Why?
Why?
Oh, well, film looks better. Talking about film, and they just can't. You just can't. They cannot capture the quality of film yet. I mean, maybe they will in 5 years' time. Film in itself has a quality that people love. And what film does, it slows you down. So when you're working with film, you think more. Whereas with digital, it's just like shoot the shit out of something. And there's no thought process, and you have to do all your thinking afterwards, which when it might be too late.
Right. Good answer.
Oh, thank you very much. Did I pass or?
You're passing. You're doing very well. Vanilla or chocolate?
Chocolate.
Easy choice.
Yeah, chocolate, yeah.
Fantasy or reality?
Fantasy, actually. Yeah.
Right. New Order or Primal Scream?
New Order.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the better live show or?
They've just got that. They've got that history, that back catalogue that goes back, and that's what I love about music. That it kind of plays around with time, and you can sort of go back, and then you hear stuff in their music, from 20 years back, and you sort of hear little echoes of it 20 years forward. That's what we try to do with Weekend. That you sort of hear these little echoes of stuff, sounds or little words that you heard that we wrote 20 years ago. So it's just that music does that. It can play around with time. Yeah. So New Order. Primal Scream do that as well, but they're a bit
younger.
Yeah, they haven't got the time.
with their 20-year career, they're a bit younger. Kick drum or snare?
Kick drum, yeah.
Vinyl or CD?
Vinyl.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Film or television?
Film. I love films. I get bored with telly. I can't sort of, yeah. I mean, even like really good telly, I just sort of, I really like bad telly. So I'm a sucker for Big Brother and like all reality TV, and How's Those is the best show on Australian television ever. I like shit TV and good films.
It's a good balance.
Yin and yang.
Yeah. Well, that's the next one. Yin or yang?
Both.
Balance. Summer or winter?
Winter, actually. Yeah.
Yeah?
Winter. Yeah.
You like to dress up?
Yeah. It's just sort of, it's better for writing. It's better for just thinking about stuff. Yeah.
And last one, weekday or weekend?
Weekend, of course.
Of course.
Fantastic. If you've got to eat yourself, you can do it on the weekend.
It's brilliant. Well, thanks so much for coming in, Vincent. It's terrific to meet you. And go and check out the Underground Lovers at their single launch on August 31st, Northcote Social Club. Cheers again, Vincent.